Howdy folks, it's me, Manic Mark, coming to you from the bunker system located underneath the art villa, found somewheres in the jungles of the Midwest, and today it's record day, yay, record day. Got a few new subscribers, and it's just me here in the bunker. I don't know, I just feel like to set this whole thing up just goes way beyond my pay grade. But what I do is I just go to thrift stores and I look for records and I find things that interest me. Now, there have been people that have dropped in on occasions and went, what? That's because they're looking for like classic rock stuff and maybe really, really rare like surf. I mean, there's like stuff that I can't find anyway, but I find enough stuff to keep me amused. And I think it's just hard. Let me go through them and maybe you'll get a sense of what's going on here. But I don't often find these in thrift shops. 10-inch Capital, the little 10-inch Capitals, in this case the Jackie Gleason Bad Habits cover. That's what I refer to, covers of smoking and drinking, bad habits. That was a nice find. That's minty fresh. Paul Weston and his orchestra, another Capital 10-inch. This is a 10-inch too, but it's just a children's record with a one-color cover. And I buy kids' records, and usually they have to be kind of off-brand, off-beat. Well, I don't know if they're off-beat until I listen to them, and this may be nothing, but, oh, I got to back up. I had the stories to tell. I always try to start with a story. I've been painting on a house. This is a small house, and I'm only painting the front. There's a porch roof. The front, but it's tall, and there are gables, and all this. I went out and I bought these adjustable, called roof jacks. And you put them under the shingles and nail them in, and you put a board on it because the pitch of the roof's too steep to stand on. There's these eaves, 18-inch eaves, and you're up there like, please, ladder jack, with the nails that you don't know if they're in the roof or not really well. Anyway, go on from there. This, what was the other thing? Oh, at Goodwill today, they cherry pick. Like, I think Goodwill has lost their vision as a non-profit organization because they're cherry-picking stuff. They've got like an eBay website and all this. They have no idea what they're doing. The photographs on this eBay where they do these auctions, they're horrible. They're just horrible. They'll just like have a stack of records. They won't even describe it. It's just, anyway. But they cherry-picked a Liberace record with an autograph on it. This was cool. The Havana Cuban Boys. It's a 78 record set. They made an attempt to attach I'll reattach this maybe with a touch of glue. But that was fun. The records aren't broken for a change. The girl and these places you go into, 99 cents a record. Well, if you buy like a set like that, they'll count the records. Well, there's 3 records. That's $3. Okay. But this girl was chewing gum. She's like, record. And it's just like, okay, $1. Okay, that's fine. Another Chipmunk record. This time on Diplomat. It was originally at the Ohio Valley Antique Mall. And then I found it at the Salvation Army. Why people buy things at the Antique Mall and dump them at the Salvation Army, I have no idea. I got it for you for Christmas. We thought it was funny. Well, I don't have a record player. Just throw it away. And you all know I've got this, but the copy I have is not minty fresh like this copy. I just love the children on the front with the record player. And I picked it up again. What's in there? It feels kind of lumpy. Is there any treasures in here? Sometimes there are treasures. I found somebody's diary in a record the other day. This is a private press. Anderson Senior High School, Anderson, Ohio. The Goodwill was in Anderson that I picked this up at. It's just choral, okay? And I would never pick this up, except that they cover, the girls' chorus covers Big Spender. They do I Dig Rock and Roll Music, Mad Dogs and Englishmen. You just got to take a chance. You never know what you're going to get. Okay, this is cool. Teenage Dance Party. The big sounds of Vito Musso. Does anybody know who he is? Vito Musso? Anyway, nice cover. Total Budget Basement. That's what I'm good for. I call my blog The Atomic Attic. Most of the records are budget basement. I have to carry them from the basement all the way up. Never mind. It's a long way up. Total easy listening. It's probably do brain damage if I listen to that record, but I'm going to do it anyway. Lost and Found, Ken Labrie. No, it's a religious record, but look at him on the back there. Got that groovy 60s thing going on, and the transparent thing on the front. You never know. I got to pick it up. This is fun. This is a great cover. Look at that painting. Oh, man. Bill Powell. And there's Bill on the back. Right there. It's a Private Press, 1978. Santa Claus and the Fun Street Gang. On Classic Christmas. It's out of Nashville. Just total budget. But what struck me on this that I thought was funny? The Angels We Have Heard on High, Santa's guitar solo. I bought this Living Strings. They do covers of a 2001 Space Odyssey. Strange music from the Song of Norway. I couldn't pass it up. That probably wonderfully whatever. Speaking of wonderfully whatever, but it's a budget label of Pickwick, if you can believe it. Look at that horrible airbrush drawing of an embryo on the front. I had to have it. 2001. There's covers of it's a Clockwork Orange, a cover of Clockwork Orange. Classics for Joy. I have no idea who does what on here, but holy crap, how could you pass that up? Private Press, Dixieland Hall. Looked like it had some value for people that like Dixieland music, may trade that away. The Holly Ridge Strings play hits of Simon and Garfunkel. Had to pick it up. Can't get more budget than that. Unless it's 101 strings, which I already have. My copy's a little bit rough. I hope this is a little bit better. There's one song on this that I blogged that's got this guitar bridge in it that's just, where did it come from? It's really wacky. I liked it. So I picked up another copy. Hi-Fi Parade with Roy Schmeck. I think Roy is a ukulele player. There he is in the back. There's Roy Schmeck. And, I was complaining about a Hawaiian record album cover model that looked like she was on heroin. At least she was very, very thin for some reason. This woman is not thin. It's the opposite. Why would you try to sell a record with that model on the front? I'm not saying that people are perfect. I'm just saying we create perfect things to help sell the stuff that we make. Looking, why? When you go out, you put makeup on, right? Eyeliner, right. So people look at you and you don't look like you got bags under your eyes. Can I have these taken off, by the way? What would you do? Would you stretch them out like this? How would you get rid of it? I don't know. Now, the love songs for today. Another bargain basement featuring the young lovers. Sorry. Tune in to the end of the video where I pick something halfway decent to post. Louie. There's an album titled Louie. And here's Louie on the back with his personal manager, Gene. South Pacific. Who buys Roger and Hammerstein South Pacific? Well, there's at least one out there that's not bad. And I like the cover on this one. This is on Topps, Total Budget. I like the cover. But what struck me is, the music may be interesting. It's two piano players doing songs from that musical. So I picked it up. The unique sound of the Vega Brothers. This is local. This is on Jewel. This is a local pressing. And the name kind of strikes me as a band that was around. I'm not sure. But it's Margos. The guy's name that's floating around in here, his name is Margos Vega. And his Paraguayan harp. One of my favorite harmonica players, Leo Diamond. I don't know. I'm thinking that this may be one of his. He does some sort of experimental stuff in some of his albums. So I was very happy to get a hold of this. What's the date on this? 1955. This is going way back for Leo. Another 101s. I got 3 copies of this, but it's a fabulous album. I'm just buying another one for trade. Transform. It's Paul McNutt. Transform. Look at him in that jacket. Don't he look sweet, Paul McNutt? The Hollywood Harmoniers. It's a religious group, the Hollywood Harmoniers. And where are they out of? They're out of Hollywood, Maryland. Well, that accounts for the name Hollywood. Wasted Years. It's got a song on it called Wasted Years. I have to listen to that. I will be able to identify with that song. This was a nice find. Folkway Records. Yes. Jambo and other call and response songs and chants. African music, I think. 1974 Folkways. That was a fun find. Cool find. Trumpet extraordinaire Rafael Mendez. Apparently one on the back's Rafael. You know, this record was in this stupid bag and somebody just shoved it in here and ripped the hell out of the cover. That really pisses me off. Okay, now, Hap Arnold. There were a bunch of records at Hap Arnold, and I've got a bunch. And he did a bunch of education records for kids, okay? But sometimes he gets bored and he'll like include like pop sounding phrases in his music. It's just not all rinky-dink kid stuff, you know. And these are all the things he pretends to be. He pretends to be an elephant, a frog, a horse, a bunny, a puppet, and an astronaut. Man with a banjo, probably not going to warm up to the music. 1955 though, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool cover. Soft Guitars by Mr. Guitar and Mr. Y. Picked up another copy, I've got it. What's wonderful about Les Baxter is that he creates exotica music using just his orchestra instruments and no bird calls like Martin Denny, who I love. But Les Baxter's style is to do without that. And this is just was on the bottom. Look at it, it's David Nunn. There's David in his hot pink cover. Let's go on. Man, I didn't even drink my beer. Tiki Drummer. Play the sample. So many records, I have no idea what sample to play.